도널드 그레그 전 주한미 대사가 한국에 왔습니다. 햇볕 정책의 지지자로 또한 천안함 논쟁의 당사자로 한때 논란의 중심에 있었죠. 오늘 이 문제를 포함해서 스튜디오에서 짧게 현안에 대해서도 얘기 나누겠습니다. 자, 어서 오십시오. 30년 넘게 미 중앙정보국에 있었고 또 자타가 공인하는 북한 통이기 때문에 이 질문부터 드리고 싶습니다. 현영철 북한 인민무력부장이 공개 처형됐다라는 우리 국정원의 발표가 있었습니다. 믿을만 하다고 보십니까?
When I hear such a report, I immediately ask myself, what would Kim Jong-un gain by doing such a thing? Why would he do such a thing? So my assumption is that what we are seeing is his attempt to consolidate his rule. But I still find it very hard to believe that he would execute this man in the way that there are rumors indicating that he did so. I see nothing that would gain him. I think it would be very humiliating for the people he's trying to work to coordinate. So I just find it very difficult to believe that he would do such a thing for his own sake.
천안함 문제로 넘어가겠습니다. 이 문제로 굉장히 논란을 일으키셨기 때문에 사실 이 문제는 이제 김정은 취임 전의 일이긴 합니다. 근데 북한 소행이라는 정부 한국 정부의 발표에 대해서 의문을 제기하셨습니다. 그것 때문에 아시는 것처럼 한국 내에선 많은 논란이 있기도 했고요. 지금도 당시 정부 발표를 믿기 어렵다고 보십니까?
I just reread today the op-ed in the International New York Times that I wrote in September 2010, raising my questions about the sinking. And that, as you said, had an immediate impact. And to use an American phrase, it sort of made me the skunk at the garden party. In other words, the animal that nobody wanted to see join the group. And that was particularly true with the MB-Lease people. And I think it's still true because the questions that have concerned me and concerned the Russians also have not been dealt with. I don't go around repeating this because it's like a red flag to a bull. But since you have asked me, and I respect you very much, I will tell you that it is still a question that needs to be looked at again, and unanswered questions need to be dealt with.
그레그 전 대사께서 가지고 계신 가장 큰 의문점이라면 그건 어떤 겁니까, 그러면?
The fact that there was a fishing net wrapped around the axle, the fact that there were dents in the hull indicating that the ship may have run aground, the fact that there are many mines lying in that area which has been heavily mined for years, and the fact that the pattern of the explosion, according to the Russian view, is much more akin to a mine than a torpedo. And beyond that, for the Cheonan to have been sunk by the North Koreans in the midst of a naval exercise involving the United States fleet and the South Korean fleet. So I think that it's very difficult to believe that the North Koreans have the ability to bring about such a sinking under those circumstances.
그렇다면 미국이 이것을 인정을 한 것은 어찌 보면 자신들의 대잠함 능력이라든가 이런 것이 굉장히 뭐랄까 결함이 있다라는 것을 인정한 것이나 마찬가지인데 왜 미국은 거기에 동의를 하는 걸까요?
I cannot answer that question. I think it was a rush to judgment, and I think in a way it's a symptom of our basic problem in dealing with North Korea, and that is the tendency that we have to demonize people we neither like nor understand. We don't like the North Koreans. We don't understand them. We have huge gaps of ignorance, and we tend to fill those gaps with prejudice. And so when there is the question, did the North Koreans do or not do something bad? The immediate assumption is they did it. And it's very difficult to work against that.
다른 얘기로 좀 넘어가겠습니다. 그 오바마 대통령이 2009년에 대통령 취임 전에 쿠바와 이란, 북한을 언급하면서 적과의 악수를 언급한 바 있습니다. 실제로 쿠바하고도 국교를 다시 또 복원시켰고요. 이란도 마찬가지고. 그러면 다음 차례가 북한이 될 수 있다고 보십니까? 오바마의 임기 내에?
I do not believe that President Obama can afford to really make a major move toward North Korea at this time. There is no political support for such a move. He has extended his reach by reaching out to Cuba with the aid of the Pope, who played a tremendous role in setting up the meetings between the United States and the Castros, and remembers that we overthrew their government in 1951. We never mention it, but they remember it. But it is very important that we have some kind of a relationship with Iran, but it's loaded with problems, including the problem of Israel. And so for him to suddenly reach out to North Korea, I think is very doubtful, because there's no audience who would applaud.
최근에 한미 간에 현안은 사드 문제가 있습니다. 그래서 어제 존 케리 미 국무장관도 사드 문제를 언급을 했습니다. 그 필요성에 대해서. 동의하시는지요?
I think the THAAD issue is in its preliminary stage. Korea is caught, in a way, by debates within the military-industrial complex, which you really have, it's not your fault except for geography. But geography has worked against you in the past. And that's why I feel that there's an opportunity for the Koreas to come together and make yourselves the tremendously significant body that you would be, which would free you from a lot of these kinds of pushes and pulls which come as China thinks, do we want reunification on the Korean Peninsula? I don't think they do. I think they're perfectly happy with a divided country as long as it's stable. Do the Japanese really want reunification on the Korean Peninsula? Who knows what Mr. Abe thinks? So I think there's an opportunity for the Koreans to take their history and their destiny in their hands.
그렇다면 사드 도입 이전에 남북 관계의 개선이 더 필수적이다 이렇게 보신다는 말씀인가요?
Yes, I do. I'm not an expert in THAAD, but it's symptomatic of the kind of thinking that we tend to have, and that is when there's tension, a new weapons set can maybe help offset the danger. And I think the stage is increasingly set for the South and North to begin to reach toward reconciliation.
마지막 질문입니다. This is the last question. 네. 그레그 전 대사께서는 천안함 문제에 의문을 제기하거나 아니면 햇볕 정책을 지지함으로써 한국 내 보수 진영으로부터는 때로는 종북주의자다라는 비판도 받습니다.
Yes, I know. I am aware of that. And my answer is I'd rather talk to them than fight them. I would also remind them of what South Korea was like in 1973 when I was here as chief of station. Lee Hoo-rak was head of Korean CIA. Kim Dae-jung had been kidnapped. A professor who was accused of having stirred up riots on Seoul National University was tortured to death. There was a secret nuclear weapons program being started. And so what I see happening in North Korea is not uniquely different from what I saw happening here. And I remember what has happened to our relationship, and I still have hopes that something similar eventually can happen between us and the North Koreans. So I am not pro-North Korean, and I do not make any apology for what they are doing. I'm just saying if you don't want to fight them, we need to talk to them and through that help them to change their system towards something more beneficial in the way that that process happened here in South Korea.
예, 여기까지 진행하겠습니다. 오늘 출연해 주셔서 고맙습니다.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. An excellent interview. You asked wonderful questions.